was absolutely clear from the beginning that the wealth of the hospital would be the people who worked there. I had already had a strong feeling that nuclear family was a very unhealthy direction for humanity to take, that for 50 million years we have been tribal. I think the smartest thing I ever did in my life was to become communal. We get no education on liking ourselves. We get no education on how to be a healthy couple. And we don't even imagine that we could live communally as a group, as a tribe, though we've been that way for 50 million years. My first costume was a gorilla. And so I wondered, how can 20 adults living together get along with each other? Do they get along because they're forced? Because there's a boss or a set of rules? No, it's because they have relationships. And so I would say every effort that I put out was to try to get us closer and closer. My brother was there, my wife's brother, a friend from high school. These were buddies, people who had a flair for social change. They're children of the 60s. And one of the most important things I think we did was to take an 11-month trip, all of us on one bus, Europe, North Africa, and Russia, where we never left each other's company. We all slept together on the bus like this, so tight that if one laid flat, another one had to lay up on their side. And at the end of that trip, most all of them moved in to live together and to be this hospital. And how we got along. So we were very poor at that time. We barely lived month to month, and the way we celebrated was each person's birthday became their fantasy. So whatever they thought up, they would do. And if you've seen the Patch Adams movie, there's the noodle bath. Well, for one of my birthdays, people knew I wanted to be in a bathtub of noodles, and it was a lot more elaborate than the scene in the film. And we fulfilled people's fantasies. Whatever they wanted, we gave them on the birthday, and we loved each other. The setting was that same 6 qualities I mentioned earlier: happy, funny, loving, cooperative, creative, and thoughtful. And everything focused around that kind of setting, that you would step into the hospital with these qualities radiant. And it's why nobody left the first 9 years. It was so intoxicating to have this romance together. And I would say that the design of the hospital when we are open comes from how we learn to live, let's say romantically, not sexually, but as humans in love with each other, as a tribe. That this would be the key to making the hospital work.